My name is Miguel Ángel. I'm director of Tejido Conectivo company and school, Tejido Conectivo professional program. I come from sports. My movement background is judo, martial arts. I started doing that with very young, with 4 years. My mama brought me to judo because she didn't know what to do with me at home, and she brought me to judo. I was doing judo till I was 24. When I started dancing, also I studied physical education and science, sports science. And at that moment, I decided to change something. I was thinking something was wrong. The way of training, the way I was building up my body, I was not happy. I was feeling too much strain, too much tension on my body. I was lucky that I went to Belgium to study for 2 years, and then there I discovered dance. And I said, okay, this is what I like. So after finishing my degree in sports sciences, I went to the official Spanish dance school, which is called the Conservatorio, and I started my dance studies. And at the beginning, I was not planning becoming a professional, but just completing my formation, my training as a professional of movement. But little by little, I start falling more in love, and 5 years after to start dancing, I was already performing on a professional level in a company, and then I started working also as a teacher in the conservatory when I have studied, thanks to my degree and my studies before. And I was there for a few years, for 5 years, working as a teacher in the conservatory and working in a company in Alicante, the southwest of Spain. And after that, I decided to do my thing. It was a very good life, very stable, economically, let's say, but I was not happy enough. I wanted to do my thing, so I left the company, I left the conservatory, and I started as a freelance. And I created Tejido Conectivo. It's 13 years ago. I went traveling, I started collaborating as a freelance, and then 10 years ago I moved to Madrid. And that's the period where I build up, Tejido Conectivo as it is now, especially the last 5 years, where I create the program, and till now, and it's been upgrading. Well, my professional life on the stage, let's talk, not teaching, started also. Like 15, almost 20 years ago. First as a performer, working in a company where I had the chance, the opportunity, the privilege to dance around the world. We were in South America, in Central America many times, whole Europe, many different places. And after that, as I became freelance, I had also the privilege to be in many countries, also in South America, in Colombia, in Mexico, in Costa Rica, and also here in Europe, and where I also had a chance to present my own work, as a creator, being a performer, but also a creator. At the beginning, I started doing collaborations with other artists, and at the moment I came to Madrid, I started to create my own pieces, which I have a few of them. I think I remember that Alvaro was talking about that also. It's a very good thing to have performing dates, to have the opportunity to perform many times. It's the only way you build yourself as a professional, I think. When you have just the chance to be in many different theaters, in many different countries, working with many different people, and it's already what we call in Spain agarrar tablas, tener tablas, It's to step on the stage, and because every day is different. Even if you repeat the same creation 100 times, every time is different. Every time is a new experience, and that's what makes you really professional. The experience, to get the experience. So then, you have much more anecdotes and experiences to ask and to share, no, with the students. Mm-hmm. Yes, definitely. One of the reasons because I left the conservatory, the official dance school, it was because I thought at that time when I left it already that it was very much not updated. No, it's maybe it was following patterns from 20 years ago, and it's very difficult to update that program. I think because there is a lot of training, a lot of studying, and not too much performing, which actually is very important. Otherwise, what do we train for? Of course, there is a time to train and to become skilled, but there is another time when the students, they need to go on the stage and they need to have the experience as a performers and as a creators, and I think that it's missing in many, if not most, of the official dance programs. But because they are official and they have a big infrastructure and structure, is so difficult and slowly to change and update and upgrade those programs. So the thing that it took me to create this program is because I think nowadays dancers, they need something real for today's needs, no? As a dancers, both as in a performing side and as a training, because nowadays dancers training, it cannot be the same that 20 years ago, because many things change it, many things around us changing, society, and we need different training, which is why we propose this somatic approach, which takes a lot of care about being conscious of our bodies, not only learning movements and skills and steps, but understanding what are we doing, understanding how our body is formed, different tissues and different functions, and how can we, in a healthy way, push it in order to lengthen our professional career, so we don't have to give up at 40 or at 50. Actually, all the teachers, we are above 40, and we are actively performing still, and I hope for many years still, because of this specific way of training. Well, that's very personal, but in my opinion, first of all, be humble. And don't take anything for granted. We are always learning. Of course, every year we have more experience, we have more information, but this is a never-ending story. We are always learning, so we need to be humble, we need to be open to keep on learning, even for the students, especially from the students. One of the things I love more about teaching is that it's a learning teaching experience. I learn a lot from my students. They are my teachers, actually, at the same time that I'm teaching them. And being open, being humble, being open, and don't being scared to change, because it's the only thing that remains, change. Yeah, there are two main things, basically. The objective is to help them, to accompany them in their learning professional process, to help them to find more clarity about how do they move and why do they move. No? So it's like Libertad told us, we are not only moving and dancing, we are reflecting a lot about how we move and why we move. The how is related to the training, no? How do we train our bodies? Why we move is more related to the stage, no? Why are we deciding this action, this movement, this position on the stage, no? Related to dramaturgy, related to the concept, to the ideas. So I would say we help them to have a wider understanding in all senses of about dance training and also dance performances. Commitment, first of all, and yeah, that's one of the most important. Commitment, because for sure there are gonna be hard moments. For sure, this is not a rainbow. No, I say it's not always love and peace. No, is a complex profession, very difficult. Every time more and more to live, to make your life from arts but commitment. So and be sure that it is what you want to do, and don't give up, and patience. Commitment and patience and humility. See, I would say there are three very important values. In an international level, since it's a very international program, what it brings is again a very rich experience in all senses, because there is people coming from, of course, different countries, different cultures, different backgrounds, with different motivations also, and to have a space where put all those together is very good for us as a teachers, and also for them as students, because there are many things to share that they are different in different parts of the world, and it's again to have a bigger sense of knowledge about basically helping people to find their own thing, and to treat their bodies in a healthy way. It's one of the biggest objectives, how to help people to take care of their bodies, which actually is difficult sometimes to see when you are 20. When I was 20, you think you're going to be 20 all your life and you're going to be physically the same. And of course, I'm 46 now, I'm still same, strong and flexible, even more than I was 20. But the way of training, it needs to change, and the way you take care of your body, you need to understand how your body changes and how you need to adapt your training, and also accepting how, as we get older, our motivations, the way we believe life is, it changes, and how to accept what it comes and work with it, and especially to not only focus on what is missing, because we always going to be missing things, or with the need to learn more things, but also valuing what we already have achieved. So always having new objectives and new pursuits, but recognizing what we have already done is very important to keep us in balance. Both are two sides of the same coin, psychological and physical side. Much space, I would say, much more space inside bodies, much more understanding of what's happening inside body, much more alignment structurally, develop skills, of course, and physically, I think it helps to build a stronger personality, and well, it has good and also bad things. There's always this thing, city or countryside. Of course, the city offers a lot of things, to not only to young people, to all people. You have the chance to go to do many things, to go to the theater. Of course, in talking about dance and performing arts, a big city like Madrid is a very nice place, since you have many things to do, have many choreographers to work with, many performances to watch. But also, the worst thing is that the rush of a big city, and the rent and everything, a lot of things that make us struggle. So yeah, but it's how to find the balance is one of the things. To trust yourself, but also be open for new things. Don't take for granted that you know everything, never. And yeah, be kind to yourself and be committed, be patient, and trust yourself. I think it's, of course, actually there is an evolution, there is a very big evolution during the year. It's a 9-month program, so it's not that much period of time, but we can see a very big evolution from the beginning, first performances, the first month, the second month, till the end. Let's say that at the beginning we almost need to push the students to go on the stage, and at the end we need to take them out of the stage. No, it's security, and they get a lot of security and a lot of confidence and a lot of trust in themselves. Yeah, I think it's because of that, because of we have a lot of performing dates, and it's the only way where you get confidence being on stage is being on the stage. Yes, we have, apart from the school, from the, let's say, the 9-month program and the company, we have also a company training, which is open for everyone who wants to come, rather if it's a professional or not. It's every day. We're teaching here, we're open classes, all the dancers from the company. And yeah, I invite you to come and if you want to train yourself in a healthy and creative way, you're welcome to come. I don't know, for me it's like I said before, it's a way of life. Dance is a way of life, and it's something that has helped me and helps me every day to be a better person, to feel better with myself, to better share my person with others, and to be more humble, to be more patient. And it teaches me a lot of things, not only, as I said, physically, which is also a privilege to be able to train your body in a healthy way every day, but also all the things that the dance brought me and brings me every day. I think it's something I would recommend to everybody. Not necessarily in a professional way, but I think dance is something, a lot of things to bring us, as persons, since it's something that humans we've done our whole life, and since every time we are getting more and more disconnected of our bodies, I think even it is something even necessary. Dancing, it should be at schools.